and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm going to do Hurt by Johnny Cash. Well, it was originally written by Trent Reznor for Nine Inch Nails. The original is noisy and menacing in their style, and Johnny Cash made it even more famous with his stripped down version. I think the song is extra powerful sung by someone who's at the end of his life. If you haven't watched the music video, definitely do it. Keep the tissues nearby. But I think it's a real testament to Trent Reznor's writing that the song can be so effective when laid bare on an acoustic guitar. Anyways, let's jump in. All right, so we're going to start off with the verse, and I'm going to be basing this piano part on the acoustic guitar part that's the core of Johnny Cash's recording. There is some piano on the recording, but I'm doing the guitar part on the piano, basically. And I recommend getting the chords and lyrics chart. I put a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords line up with the words you sing. And you only need 3 chords for the verses. Here is the chord progression. We're going to start with an A minor. It's just going to be like this: A, C, E. Notice this is middle C if you want to orient yourself in the right octave. And then the left hand, an octave lower, is just going to do the exact same thing but not play the middle note. So just A and E. Next, we've got a C. The voicing here is a little bit strange. The left hand is going to come up here, but just play the C and the E, while the right hand, you can keep doing that middle C with the third finger and just drop your thumb down here. This will make more sense when we get into the arpeggio that is kind of the picking pattern from Johnny's guitar part. So C, E, G, C. And then finally, we've got a D add 2. So we're going to come up here. The right hand's actually just going to do 3 notes in a row here: D, E, and F sharp. And the left hand is going to do D and A. And just a little note that this is a D add 2 chord, because like this would be a regular D major. We're adding the second to it. On the chords and lyrics chart, I just wrote D. So any D is a D add 2. It just looked really messy, just having a million D add 2s typed up there. So that's what's going on there. We're in 4/4 time, so each one of these measures gets 4 counts. So the C and the D add 2 each get 2 counts. So if you just play and hold the chords kind of blocked out, it would sound like this: 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just want to say that the vocals are very low in this song. Johnny Cash has that deep voice. It's kind of at the bottom of my range. I think this will work with most people's voices, though, because I'm going to do it low, but it's low enough that I think the octave up for a lot of people with higher voices, it won't be too high. So with the singing, it'll sound like, I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. And you could just keep it like that for your version, nice and simple, especially if playing the arpeggio I'm about to show you while singing is too much to think about. Yeah, you can totally keep it simple. But for the arpeggio, here's how it's going to sound. So the first thing we need to do to play this is to be thinking in eighth notes instead of just the quarter notes. So instead of just thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, we're thinking about the spaces in between the counts: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And it starts off with the left hand. We kind of climb from lowest to highest notes. So the left hand's going to do the root, the A, and the fifth, the E, on 1 and. And then on beat 2 of that measure of A minor, we're just gonna hit that A minor chord. So we're kind of like starting at the bottom and just adding to it. So by the time we're hitting this, we're still holding out those lower notes. And then we just hold for beats 3 and 4. So like 1 and 2, 3, 4. It's going to be kind of similar for the next 2 chords. So for the left hand, we're going to climb up 1 and hit all the right hand notes on beat 2. And then also on the and after 2, you can hit that C again. So like 1 and 2 and that part's kind of optional. He sometimes picks it, sometimes doesn't. So I probably won't do it the exact same way every time. 1 and 2 and would be the full thing. And then moving up to the D add 2, it's going to be really similar. 3 and 4, and then if you want to hit the and after 4, it would be that A, although if you hit the D, it sounds good. 3 and 4 and, or 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. So I'm not gonna probably hit it every time. Just you can keep it loose. And notice everything is sounding really smooth. I am holding down the sustain pedal the whole time with just a little lift every time the chord changes. So like lift, lift, and right back down. If you need help with the sustain pedal, I made a video all about that. So there you have it. I'll just sing the first 2 lines. At the end, I'm gonna sing the whole song through. But we've got, I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. So yeah, the verse is 8 times through that progression. We skipped over the intro. The intro is just the same thing. It's just that verse progression. It does it 2 times. And there's also a transition after the first chorus that is also same thing as the intro. Speaking of the chorus, let's do the chorus. So the chorus is going to start on a G chord. I'm going to play it like this, maybe 4th finger in the left hand for just a single bass note, and then the right hand's going to do a B, a D, and a G. Just note that this G kind of happens at the end of the last line of the verse. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. And then, yeah, we're in the chorus. So, interesting thing about the chorus is, on the recording, he kind of steps through all the chords on guitar, and there's actually a piano note just droning on this G the whole time. So we're gonna kind of do both the guitar and the piano part because that G really makes the part. So we've got the G, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna go up to A minor 7. And so the left hand bass note is going to step up to an A, and we're going to just take these 2 notes, which we're doing with our 1st and 2nd finger, and just move them down to A and C. And we're going to keep that G there, which makes the A minor kind of turn into an A minor 7. What have I become? All these chords are just 1 measure. So for this F, we're just going to move the left hand bass note down to an F with the pinky. And the right hand can just stay where it is. I think so Johnny was playing an F major chord on the guitar, but because of that G piano note, it's an F add 9 chord. Really nice color there. And then we're gonna need a C chord. So you can do that with your thumb in the left hand, and then these 2 notes are gonna stay the same, and we can just drop our thumb down to a G here. If that happens to be too much of a stretch to you, you can just leave out that bottom G because we have that top G. It'll sound a little thinner, but we want to keep hearing that high G. And I'm going to start by just pulsing quarter notes in the rhythm on every count. So we've got G, 2, 3, 4. What have I become? My sweetest friend. So it starts over again, same progression. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And this line is the same thing, except it goes to G at the end instead of C. For my empire of dirt. So you end up staying on G for 2 measures there as it loops around. I will let you down. I will make you. So on that G, we'll just hold it out. And then when you say hurt, hurt. And that is us dropping into the transition line of kind of instrumental. Let's go back on that though and add some more rhythm. So this is the part of the song that's really gut-wrenching, and it's building, it's really emotional. So I'm going to do a few things to kind of bring that out. On the recording, the piano is just doing that quarter note feel the whole time, but the acoustic guitar starts strumming just on every eighth note, 1 and 2 and 3, and it kind of builds as it goes. So one thing I'll do is when you get halfway through, I'm going to start doing octaves in the left hand, just so it feels a little bit more powerful. And you could have it all, my empire. Another thing I'm doing, which I'll probably do from the beginning, just of this section, starting on the single bass notes, is I'm doing this rhythm like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, just adding some offbeat left hand hits in between the right hand. I made a video all about that rhythm if you need help getting the hang of it. It just gives it a little bit more energy. And then finally, I think, especially as I get into like the last line, I might start actually doing some eighth notes. I will let you down, I will make you hurt. All right, there's really not much else to learn here. The second verse is just like the first verse. One thing that is on my mind is in the second half of the verses, both the first verse and the second verse, when the guitar goes, on that right hand hit, low piano chords hit. And we're already doing the piano, but it might be cool to just get a little power there. So I might go and just hit a low octave A there. It's kind of hard, especially if you're not playing the song super slow. It's a little much to think about. I'm gonna attempt it though. If you think it sounds cool and it's not too tricky for you, you can go for it. So that's gonna be like, beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. Yeah. And then after that, there is another chorus, just like the first chorus. It kind of just runs right into what we can call the outro, which is basically 2 more times through the progression that's the second half of the chorus, the one that ends in G, not C, and it's just different words. So this is going to be, at this point, like really full-on energy. I might be doing eighth notes with both hands here, but like, if I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself, I would find a way. So on that very last G, I dropped the octaves and just did the single note, and I actually am inverting that G chord up one more time here. The guitar voicing on that final chord is a little bit different. So I'm gonna do D, G, B in the right hand. And it's really kind of interesting. I love how it ends on that G because it feels a little unresolved. I would find a way. Like you would think that maybe it would be, I would find a way. But leaving you hanging there on that G is kind of a cool feeling that kind of makes sense with lyrics. Okay, thank you for sticking around. I hope this has been helpful. I'm now going to play the whole song all the way through so you can see how all these parts we've been talking about fit together. If you're new here to the channel, welcome, and please do subscribe and turn on the notifications by clicking that bell so you know when I put out more videos like this, and have a poke around the channel, see if there's some other songs that catch your eye. Give the video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what songs you want to hear next. All right, here's my version of Hurt. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else, I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself. I would find a way.